In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this awesome underwater effect using Fusion. So here we are in Fusion, and as you can see, I've got this clip. It's just some stock footage that I downloaded, and I'll leave a link down in the description where you can download the exact clip, or feel free to use your own footage. So I'm going to go to the Fusion tab, and here in the media pool, I'm going to right click, new Fusion composition, and let's call this underwater effect. You can also set your duration here, so I'm going to leave this on 5 seconds and then click on create. So now we can double click on this underwater effect comp to open the comp here in the node viewer. So I like to start with a background node, so you can simply drag in this background from the toolbar and then connect that to your media out. And the reason I use a background node is you can click on the background node and you can customize the resolution of your comp right here. So let's say you want to do a vertical video, you can set that up right here. So now we know that our comp is 1920 by 1080, and now we can bring in our footage. So I'm just going to drag this over here, and now we can also close this media pool by clicking the media pool button here at the top. So we've got one viewer. If you see two viewers, you can just click this button here to just switch to the one viewer, and now we can merge our footage over our background. So you can either bring in a merge node like this and then connect your footage over like this, or you can simply just drag the output of your footage to the output of the background, and that will automatically create that merge node for you. So make sure you click on the media out and then press 2 on the keyboard to view the media out through this viewer. Next, let's bring in some text. So I'm going to use the text plus right here on the toolbar. I'm going to drag that in, and then let's merge the text over this footage. So I'm going to drag the output of the text over the merge like that, and then click on the text node and let's type something. All right, let's choose a nice font. And I'm going to scale it up nice and big, something like that. So we're going to add a displace node. So you can search by pressing shift space and then type displace like that. And then we can drop this displace right here under the text, hold in shift and then point to this line to connect the displace node. So make sure it's connected like that. Now, as you can see on the displace node, we've got this foreground input, and this is basically what's going to drive the displacement on the text. So we're basically going to use our ocean footage, this footage, to drive the displacement. So we can take the output of this ocean clip and pipe that into the foreground of our displace. Now let's drag in a color corrector onto this line right here between the ocean footage and the displace node. So let's look through the color corrector. So first we want to bring down the saturation all the way to 0. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a type of black and white matte that will control the displacement of our text. So on the color corrector, let's increase the contrast quite a bit. You just basically want to have the highlights and also the shadow parts. So you can bring up the contrast really high, and then maybe let's just play with the gain as well. Let's bring up the gain slightly, and let's bring down the lift. We just want this really, really contrasty image that will basically drive our displacement. So now we can actually look through the displacement. So I'm clicking on displacement and pressing 2 on the keyboard to view that node. And if I play through this, you can see our effect is starting to work. So let's stop that. And let's look through our media out. So I'm clicking the media out node and then pressing 2 on the keyboard. Now let's select the displace node, and here in the inspector, we're going to change some of these parameters. So first we can increase the spread value, and that will kind of get rid of some of the finer details, as you can see. If I bring this up all the way, you can see we've got these big kind of wavy displacements, and if I bring this down all the way, you get all those nice little details. So you can kind of decide how drastic you want that effect to be. You can also change the refraction strength, and that's basically the strength of our refraction, as you can see there. So you can play around with that as well until you are happy with the results. Next, we can bring in a blur node, and I'm going to drop the blur node right below our displace node. So hold in shift while dragging and then connect it there. Make sure that this node is connected. And now on the blur node, we can increase the blur just to kind of match the softness of our footage. And then we can click on the merge node, go to settings, and here you can adjust the opacity of that merge. So you can kind of play around with it to get something that you are happy with. And then we can also change the text color. So click on the text node, and under color you can kind of play with the color and see what you like, maybe something like that. And then if we click play, you can see that our effect is working. So you can use this effect not only on text, you can use it on logos or on other videos, etc. So have a lot of fun with this effect and see what you can create. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.